But first, we have a couple of interviews, one with our Director of Ticket Operations, Dallas O'Donnell, and another one with BlueSox pitcher Chris Marangon. Let's go to those videos. We're here with Dallas O'Donnell, the Director of Ticket Operations here for the Butler BlueSox here at Pullman Park. Dallas, it's good to have you with me here this afternoon.
It's great to be on, first time ever.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this for a while, but we finally got it done. First question I have for you, for the fans out there that don't know, what are the 4 different ways that you can purchase tickets for the BlueSox?
Well, you can call our office at 724-256-9994. Or you can send an email, which I usually answer, at tickets@butlerbluesox.net. Or you can stop in when we're in our office. We're usually in here anytime in the afternoon on game days. Or a new way we have this year, you can actually buy tickets on our website. If you have an account on PayPal, you can log on, buy your tickets instantly with a credit card right online. Very simple for the people to buy.
That's good information for fans out there to know, so that in case they can't get to the ballpark, there's other ways to get tickets beforehand.
Yep.
Next question I'll ask for you is, when you come in the morning from the end of the day, what do you do?
On game days, I usually come in around noon, sometimes 1 o'clock, depending on what's going on. And from the orders that have been called in the morning, I'll start putting them together, get my will call orders ready for that night. I'll answer the phone, respond to emails. There's other little things that come up throughout the day that I'll take care of. And I'm all building up to get ready to open the ticket gate that night at 5:30.
And whenever the ticket gate opens, I mean, you got people coming in left and right. I'm sure you have a lot of help down here with that. Whenever there's, you get the lines backed way up. So talk about some of the people that help you out down here.
Most nights I'll have Austin Snodgrass in there. He was here last year as an intern. This year he's back. He's my right-hand man when it comes to tickets. He's very good. Like on big firework nights, he'll be in there most nights. And this year, some of the new interns, so far, they're getting experience in there on the slower nights, so I can teach them more.
Okay, last thing for you. What's your favorite part about this?
My favorite part of tickets is talking to all the different people. Being this is my 4th year with the BlueSox, I've been here since the beginning. People are starting to, everybody knows my name when they come in and stuff, so they like to deal with me, and I'm nice to them, and they're nice back. And it's a nice relationship I've built with a lot of different people that come to the park.
All right, Dallas, thanks you very much for doing this and helping us out this afternoon.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We're here with Chris Marangon, pitcher for the Butler BlueSox this summer. Chris, it's good to have you up here this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, first question I have for you is, you're from Ball State, but you're originally from Washington State. Let's take me through your route of getting to Ball State and how you ended up there.
Well, my head coach at Edmonds Community College played pro ball with the pitching coach at Ball State. So the pitching coach called him up and said, "Hey, do you have any players?" And threw out my name and watched some video, and there I was at Ball State the next year.
You started a lot of games this year for Ball State, a lot of innings, and just talk about your season there this year and what happened out there.
I had a good season. Had a 3.06 ERA in conference. Got 20 appearances and 9 starts. I think it was like 69 innings and 45 strikeouts throughout the year. I was 2-5, but our team had kind of a rough season. Didn't kind of go our way, but got a lot of talent coming back next year, so we should be all right.
What do you think about Butler so far? You've only been here for a few days, obviously, and you got to pitch on the opening night. Talk about your experience here so far, and with your host family, all that stuff.
Oh, I love my host family. They're great people, really nice, treat us well. My roommate's Ryan Richardson out there, and we get along pretty well. I like Butler. It's a small town, and I like the fans. They come and cheer for us at the games, and it makes it fun to play here. But getting around is really easy, so I kind of like that.
Now, a couple of questions about pitching in general. Whenever you get a guy on first, it seems like some pitchers really, it starts to bother them, and others just let it go. Like, talk about dealing with base runners and what goes into that.
The biggest thing with dealing with base runners is you want to remain calm and know that they have to touch every other bag before they go home. So, you just got to try and get one out at a time, work on the ground ball, stay within yourself, not try to, strike out every batter that way. No run score. I mean, yesterday I think it was Matt had a guy on third lead off, and he just struck out the next guy making quality pitches and didn't worry so much about the guy on third. And we ended up, I think, getting out of it that inning with a walk and then a double play. So that's just what you got to do. You just got to remain calm and just work on getting the next batter.
What's your favorite aspect of pitching? I'm sure you've been doing it for a long time now. So just what do you like most about it?
I love big games. I love being the guy to come in and shut the door in a big situation to help the team out. And, a pitcher can really motivate the team. I mean, if it's bases loaded, one out, and the pitcher comes up and strikes out the next two guys, and the team's all fired up, and they can get them energized to go out there and score some more runs for you. So I like to be that motivating factor.
Do you miss hitting?
I miss hitting more than anything in the world. If I could go back, I'd probably go hit, but I was gifted with somewhat of an arm, so I just got to stick with that and do my best with it.
Last thing for you here today. What are you looking for to get the most out of this summer here at Ball?
Just want to develop my skills, want to become a more developed pitcher, and work on throwing 4 pitches for strikes, and hopefully win a championship here.
All right, Chris, thanks very much for doing this.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're here with Curtis David-Hyzar. We're going to do a little recap of last week's action, and we started with opening night. It was an hour and 23-minute rain delay to start out, and it looked a little bit dire there of whether we were going to get the game in or not, and we did, and it was a pretty exciting first night.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, a big 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th inning by Butler to come back and win that game, 7-6. So certainly a good way to open the season off, even though they appeared to be behind, and even when the weather was holding up the game to begin with, as you mentioned.
And Neil Jacobs was the hero that, as you said, with that 3-run homer, and also Ryan Richardson had a 3-run double in the first inning.
Yep.
Now we move on to night 2, the second night against Chillicothe, a little bit more conventional in the way it went, as Jared Block pitched a complete game with 11 strikeouts. You had to like the way that went.
Just a spectacular game, and I mean, you couldn't have asked for much more. It seemed like every inning he was just punching somebody out with a strikeout. Or a backwards K, he was just mowing them down one right after the other. And when he got a guy on base, he wasn't paying attention to him too much. He just went right at the next hitter, and as you were talking to him on the field in that game, afterwards, he just punched out the next guy. Wasn't worried about the guy that he got on base.
Yeah, he had an excellent performance for sure, and definitely stabilized the pitching. And we move into Thursday night that was one for the ages, one for
Long
the crazy,
game.
One for the crazy book, because that was an interesting ball game. And we go into the bottom of the 8th of that game behind after actually having a 6-0 lead. The BlueSox did fall behind 9-7 going into the bottom of the 8th, and then
big 3-run inning as Butler came back again. This time on a 3-base throwing error from the pitcher from West Virginia, as he threw it with the fences being extended back with the bullpens. The ball went way back to the fences and managed to get the 2 winning runs around, and the guy that was going first on the air ends up on third, and they end up winning 10-9.
Yeah, John Danilchek went from 0 to a hero real quick.
Yes.
He tapped the ball back to the pitcher, Hunter Brothers. Hunter Brothers airmailed the first baseman, Alex De La Rosa, and then he ended up at third. And I talked to him after the game, and he was pretty surprised by that result, as a lot of people were in the stands. But to start out the season 3-0, it's the first time ever the Butler BlueSox have done that, and maybe you're the reason. This is your first year here.
This is the year. Everyone is saying this. Hashtag that on Twitter. Go look it up. This is the year. Everyone's expecting big things out of Butler this year. I know I was surprised that they came back the other night, because the hard-throwing lefty, I believe it was for West Virginia, in the 9th inning and 8th inning, was just throwing some heat and getting some guys out. And I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to come back from a deficit after leading 6-0. But they get the job done. It sure looks like they got enough offense to compete every game.
That's for sure, and we got a big week coming up ahead too. We're going to start on Tuesday after a weekend series with Richmond. Tuesday we're going to have our first Ustream broadcast of the year up in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, as they the Sliders host the BlueSox, then we come home for 3 games.
Yeah, and on Wednesday it'll be the Next Tier Bank Route 8 Rivalry T-shirt night, and then Thursday, the next day, it'll be Lindora American Legion Post 778 Veterans Night, and then on Friday to end the 3-game homestand, it'll be Kelly Automotive Team Poster Night. So make sure you come out to one of those games, if not all of them, and enjoy each ball game.
Yeah, for sure. We have a game against Slippery Rock after that's the first one at home, and then 2 with Richmond, I believe, Thursday and Friday. So, yeah, make sure you come out to the ballpark and support the team as they're off to a hot start, and you need to get on board.